you so much. So, in essence, what you would do, think of it almost as a Netflix for books.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
Okay. 99 FM, Shana Paul with the temperature. The temperature is really nice and cool in studio because it's so hot outside. So lekker cool in studio. And also time for MYD Smart. We are talking about Buku in Namibia. Now, it is a textbook streaming service providing accredited and prescribed textbooks for Namibian learners and students. Not only is it user-friendly with interactive features, it also has additional resources for students and teachers to facilitate the learning process. We're now joined in studio by a rep from Buku Namibia. He goes by the name of Ricardo Menza. Good afternoon, Ricardo, and thank you so much for joining us here in 99.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for having me. I truly appreciate it.
Great pleasure to have you. What inspired the launch of the Buku platform? Please walk us through that process.
Thank you for the question. So Buku was founded by a gentleman by the name of Jeff van der Laan. He's from the Netherlands. Mm-hmm. So, of course, being that they speak Dutch, which we got Afrikaans from, they basically, did a bit of research with what happened during COVID, the impact of COVID and everything, and realized that, on average, up to 90% of students around the world have difficulty accessing textbooks or courseware, whatever name you would give it. And hence, sometimes it's a challenge, not just because, it might be expensive, but also, with printing, getting your hard copies, etc., etc. So there's all these sort of challenges that came into it, and they realized if we can do it digitally, especially with now that the world has realized we have to fast track taking on e-learning or blended learning models and hybrid models, they realized that this would actually be an opportune time to now implement and get this out there, so that we can make it still a win-win for not only the end users, the students, the pupils, but also the publishers.
Yes.
Because, they still need to make money somewhere.
Yeah,
yes.
I love that. Walk us through how the site works. How does it work exactly?
Excellent. Thank you so much. So, in essence, what you would do, think of it almost as a Netflix for books.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
Okay.
So you have a fixed fee that you would pay, and currently for Namibian, I'm working with senior secondary school children or pupils, and what we do is we charge 800 Namibian dollars for the entire year.
Yeah.
What that means then is, you would sign up, you subscribe as we call it, or enroll onto the platform. Once you've paid, you get access basically. You have your own login details, you go on there. What you will then find is all the various textbooks for your subjects that you might need. So we would have things like your local Namibian books, but we also have things like your international publications, let's say Cambridge University Press.
Yeah.
So you would be basically able to use your local books, you'd be able to use international books, so you can do referencing, you can do researching, etc. There's also interactive features that lecturers or teachers can use.
Yeah.
You can make notes, you can do annotations, and it has a function where it can read the text out loud to you. So it can read the text back to you.
So you don't have to read it yourself. It can read the text to you as well. That's pretty cool.
Correct.
Which books are currently available on the site?
So what we've got at the moment is we've got about, let me see, internationally, we've got about 30,000 books for tertiary education. And then currently we've got for secondary about up to 500 books that we've put on, and we're continuously putting more on. This is to do with us onboarding publishers. So, for example, in Namibia, you might have like Zebra Publishing and the likes. There's a few smaller publishers or authors. There's bigger ones. You've also got publishers like Namcol, etc. They're, for example, someone that we're also speaking with. But most of the main publishers are on there. So all your subjects you will have for AS levels, these things that they started now, the new change, they are available. So whatever subjects you're going to take as a pupil, you would be able to access your books.
That's amazing.
And just so you know, even though it's an online platform, the way it also works is if you have a smart device, be that a laptop, a fixed computer, if it's your phone, whatever, as long as it can access the internet and it has that smart device functionality, you can access the platform via your web browser. So it's like your web app, or you can do it via the native app which you download for I think Apple and also Android. We have that support. What you will do then is once you logged in, your first time you download your book, so to speak, it's about 100 megabytes per book. But once you've done that, for the next 2 weeks continuously, you can use that offline.
Ooh.
You don't have to be online.
To do. So once you download it, you can view it and read it offline.
Correct. And then after 2 weeks, you'll just log in quickly, and that's just for it to update itself. And that's inconsequential at that stage.
Yeah.
It's just the initial download that takes a bit of data.
Great platform. If you're just tuning in right now, we have Ricardo Menza in studio. He is the representative at Buku in Namibia. We're talking about this amazing platform, and we're going to continue the discussion right after this one. It's Mike Posner. I took a poll in Ibiza. 99 FM, it is a Tuesday. It's all about the good vibes here on Treza in the afternoon. I'm Treza, by the way. And like I said, it's great to be back. We are busy with MYD Smart right now. And we're joined in studio by Ricardo Menza. We're talking about Buku in Namibia, an amazing platform. And right now he's going to tell us if there is any Namibian material on the site. And how does the platform also, cater for the unique Namibian market?
Thank you very much. So yes, we have content on our platform from Namibian publishers. We've got about 5 publishers on board already. As I mentioned, we are busy with discussions with NAMCOL as well. But basically, we cover all the topics. So if you're doing AS levels, whether it's grade 10 to 12, that's actually where I'm focusing for now. But we will also work in for the grade 8s and so on. And we look at the what do we call it? The primary schools as well, eventually. So because Buku is quite fresh and new, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to onboard and so on. But definitely, we what we aim to do and what it's all about is what is on there is the prescribed content, the national curriculum content, etc. So we don't want to give you things that are not relevant or not, prescribed and accredited. So everything is accredited and prescribed. And that's, but you also get the benefit that any other content on the Buku site doesn't have to be what you're studying or anything. If it's university course, content, whatever, you get access to all of it.
That's amazing.
Unlimited access.
And this is now $800 that you pay for the month now.
And what we'll do is, because we understand also the times we're in and the financial difficulties and all the impacts that's happened, we do it in a way that the parents can then pay the first $400 in January to February, and the next $400 by middle of the year, June.
Wow.
So we make it easier for the parents.
Yes.
The other benefits are that you will see that as a pupil, if you had to purchase all your textbooks physically, you would save a bit of money with Buku, definitely.
Yeah.
Overall, number one. Number two, you've got access anytime from any device. Don't have to worry about losing or damaging books. Don't have to worry about your back, and back problems later on as a student or pupil. And at the same time, we're also helping the environment. We don't have to print. For publishers, the benefit is this. As a publisher, you have to, you've got overheads where you have to pay for the printing, the transport, all these things. With Buku as a publisher, it's very simple. It's digital, you load it on there, so more of the profit comes to you as a publisher. And we've got a brilliant system on how it looks at how your books are used as a publisher so that you get paid fairly for your usage.
That's amazing.
So all these benefits are there. And then, of course, it also saves the time and hassle. We know that sometimes it's just normal that sometimes there's delays with deliveries of books. I know for a fact there's some shortages of certain titles at the moment, etc. So it takes all of these things out the way without penalizing the publisher and without, making it more difficult on the end user. You've also got the teacher's resource that they would use with the class. So everything's there, from your teacher, your lecturer resources, to your pupil and student resources.
That's amazing. Before we let you go, Ricardo, just, what is the site address and how can we contact you if we need more information about books and when books will be available on the site? Where can we contact you?
Thank you very much. So the site address is www.buku.io. I for internet, O for open.
Okay.
Myself, you can reach, I'll give my number shortly, on 081 397 2229. So it's 081 397 2229. 99. We're busy setting up our social page.
Okay.
And we're trying to reach all of the schools, but as you can imagine, there's many schools.
A lot of schools, yeah.
So you can go talk to your school. You can contact me directly. I will engage with the schools, and parents can do payment to the school. We can then also pay to our account.
Yeah.
But we're also busy setting up so that you can enroll and pay directly to Buku.
That's amazing. Ricardo, thank you so much for coming to educate us about Buku. Really amazing platform. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else you guys, get up to with this platform. So thank you so much for joining us here in 99.
Awesome. Thank you guys as well. Have a great day, everyone.
Pleasure to have you. Ricardo Menza in the studio from Buku Namibia. We're talking about this platform, an amazing platform. And if you missed out on the interview, you can always go and rewind on the 99 FM app. That was MYD Smart for today.